pretty cool, though. He could open up the pantry door himself. He'd open up the pantry door, take a dog treat, and run away, and my dog would be like, what?
What was his name, quickly?
Remy.
Anyway. Right, this game was a memory of Remy. As we go into the first round here, Penta will be starting on the T side here. We'll have a look at their buy quickly. 2 utility players. It's going to be Crystal and Mike S. I don't think they've dropped a Tech 9 just yet. Crystal, I'm not going to be investing too heavily into this round, potentially saving some cash for an AWP, potentially. But we go into it. We'll have a look at the CTs as well. 4 sets of armor for them. Potentially could do a retake here. A lot of aggression can be brought into the CT pistol round. They're not going to be doing that. It looks like quite a standard setup for them. 2-1-2. Leaving middle a little bit open there. No teams committing to anything as of yet. The bomb is down towards middle for Penta. Smokes still in hand. 2 smokes normally implies they're going to be going towards the A site. Smoking towards shorts, towards quad, flash through with pop flashes, and try and swarm the bomb site. But still have so much time to play with. I'm sure we'll be waiting a little bit longer yet.
Well, they're definitely taking their time. Remember, there's the 10 extra seconds to work with. We don't really need to make mention of that. We've had 3. This being, well, we've had actually more than that, but we've had 3 weeks of tournaments. This being the 3rd week with that in effect. So, Johnson's going to find the opening gunshot, but not necessarily any damage that ensues. In fact, Math goes back with just a very scarce 11 HP lost, and he's actually going to take down Crystal to open things up. Body takes down David P, and LDLC lead the pistol round so far. Need to be careful, though. Body gets tagged up, and they both go down. So getting that early pick, they overextend their welcome, and this could cost them dearly because they had the chance to retreat, play defensively in the site, and now it's turning back because Tabson takes down Fuchs, and suddenly the bomb has the option, although rotating back toward A. Obviously, they got slowed a little bit. Tony's going to go down. They had the option to get away from Devil, and they took it. So they're going to run it over to A, but either way, this is going to end in frags before the bomb even gets planted, because Tabson is standing by with that USB, and Devil never stood a chance.
That's kind of interesting. So LDLC, obviously lacking information, they weren't given anything at the start of the round. Could feel an execute coming in, so they push into B storage and try and work out what they can find there, and they get gifted 2 frags at that stage. At that point, we normally talk about this, man. When you get those kind of man advantages, this is the point you want to fall back, or at least send one person back out. They're so committed at this point. The second player, Body, should have been going back there, and then the T's capitalized after answering back pretty much straight away. We're into the second round now. Force buy coming in from LDLC. Just Devil hasn't really heavily invested into this round. He's gone for a Desert Eagle. No armor for him. Rest of his teammates, so I'm going to be spending quite a lot of cash here. Looking at the Penta buy as well. 2 SMGs, Crystal with the Mac 10, Mike S with the P90. Looking on their favoring towards the A side right now, I can see a very passive setup from Mike S with the P90 towards that P storage area. Trying to see if we can find the first mistake being made by the French side here. So far, nothing really to report. They have got a few smoke grenades.
They've got a few. But we'll see if they can utilize them correctly. 2 AKs. But watch the SMGs. Crystal, he's holding on to one of them, the Mac 10, and the P90 as well for Mike S. Mac 10 with a significantly higher, in fact, double the kill reward.
Yes.
He's going to try and build that bank. It looks like it's going to be an A execution again with Tossin waiting to try and open up this door. AK-47. Body is in the open because he's playing at the front of the forklift. He'll be able to be spotted up the second they come through. And not only that, once they see Devil's head appear, they'll know that it's at least 3 in the site. So how does Math approach this? Because if he commits early, he'll be able to spot this stack. As time continues to expire, finally Tossin does open it up. He's the one to come in through. Squeaky spots up Devil as well. That's a great shot. The stack doesn't even matter because Tossin's going to hit all 3. And he knew that there was a boost, waited for the 3rd one, and this was Math's decision. Does he go early or sit back? The problem is, sitting back, although it works out in the end, is suddenly going to come back because he takes down David. The stack found its way in the end. Math bought his time, and now it's down to a 2 versus 2, although Math's going to still do damage. He's got 3 kills in the round with just the pistol, but it's not quite enough in the end as Mike S holds on with that P90.
So Tarson gets 3 frags there. They've established his stack towards the A-bomb site, and no one thinks to check out quad, like no one even goes, oh, should we check it out, just clear it out as a possibility. And he ends up getting, what, 2 or 3 frags. The bomb doesn't get planted there. It actually comes down to 1-on-1. They could have actually lost there. So very expensive round for the T's. Impressive start to the round from Tarson. Gets 3 kills. You think that that's a round over. They did Molotov towards quad, to be fair, so I guess that's probably the mentality they're behind them. Math doing very well there to get some kills and set himself up for the first gun round. This round, not too much to report. It's going to be some Desert Eagles, T-50s, and Fook. We're going to call him. It's very difficult to say.
Say what, Henry?
Well,
you mean seal all I'll say.
Yeah, so we're Fook. That's definitely going to be happening in this game, by the way. I'm just going to slip out.
Well, it's
So
going to be you, 'cause I'm a
prepare
professional.
the beep button, beep production.
That would be amazing if they timed it somehow. Body's going to wait all the way inside the B site. Holds on to that tight corner on the platform. He's playing in cahoots with his lovely teammate Math, and if Math strikes me correct, he counted the 3 pretty effectively last round. Unfortunately, it just wasn't quite enough. Tossin's in the same position, so it's another entry potential for him, again with an AK-47. This time, though, the double Mac 10 and the Tech 9, because they did lose a significant amount of those rifles. It's going to mean they're a little bit limited, but luckily Mike S is money, baby, with that Mac 10, as he picks up 2. Starts to open up that B site. Now Bomb, meanwhile, it's gone toward A, and David P's taken down. Devil at quad, great shot. Again, Tossin showing off some great aim, I have to say, despite that we're very early on. And it is now 3-0, all 5 stay alive this time, and that'll start to build things.
Tossin's looking unbelievably sharp. But there we go then. Mike S is the decoy. He is chucking to the B side with the Mac 10, actually manages to find 2 frags as well. At that point, you'd probably say, oh, just bring it over to the B bomb side, but they read it quite nicely. The CT's rotating, trying to rectify that situation, and they get punished for it in the end. So 3 clean rounds there for Penta. Looking at the CT buy now, not a single kit, Matthew, and they haven't got an AWP either. They have got 5 smokes, no incendiaries, so this round is heavily favoured towards Penta, I would say. I think we'll see make something happen here. So far, playing a pretty passive game here, showing most of their attention towards middle. See, body is not actually boosted up into the vent, so maybe playing more of a passive style here. Set up. Crystal has got the AWP, so trying to work some picks here.
Yeah, potentially so.
He's boosted.
We already touched on the fact that there is no kits. This is a bit of a problem right now. They've got to play aggressive. We know there's the extra 10 seconds. They can bait out the utilities now and try and get that bomb down, but we also know that on cash, retakes are extremely viable, specifically on the A site, so we'll see if that extra 5 can deem the difference here.
The problem is right now is that Penta are just clearing out every little bit of grenade that the CTs have. They're just playing their time, making them re-smoke positions they don't really want to, and now they've got the mid control, it's going to push the CTs back.
I don't mind this, though, because they haven't given up a pick and giving up mid, so they can turtle on the site. Again, all they have to do is buy enough time to prevent the plant in this situation, so...
It's just the players on the B side that are in trouble right now. The B split comes in as cleanly as it can do right now. How are they going to hold this off? They have got no grenades, they've got nothing. If the players just go for a pick, Crystal going first, he clears out a certain area. If he opens up this bomb site, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. This could be an interesting nose, good position, but there we go. That's the round over.
Yeah, body got cut off by flash, and now it's going to be Math on his own. Smoke already off on CT, and Math already dead. David P makes it so.
This is why the aggression is so important on cash. That's what you saw them do on the pistol. Once you lose everything, you know you've got no smokes to work with, no flashbangs. You need to be getting some sort of property on the map, some real estate to help you out. If you're pushing into A storage, pushing into B storage, just something. Even if you lose a pick there, you get some intel. They were just sitting there. One player towards checkers, he got flashed out of position, and like I said, the round was over as soon as he got taken down. They need to be more reactive than that. As soon as you run out of grenades, someone needs to say, we've got 1 flash left, let's make it work for us, because we do not have the utility to even hold them off. If they do a full AXP, we've got no flashbangs or a retake, we've got no incendiaries to flush people out, we're done for. So that's a difficult pill for LDLC to swallow, but they do manage to save 3 rifles here, potentially, as they do take down Tarsin with them. That's going to give away the position at least. You can see the T's not hunting for this too. So actually going to save those guns. I think that's fine.
Tapson might be able to... No,
it was a difficult round for them anyway. So 4-0 in favour of Penta. Let's see how the CTs decide to go into this. They could drop a couple of FAMASes and get a decent buy going actually. So let's see how they decide to go. So they actually won't be doing that. It's kind of strange. I'd assumed Toinu and Fook would be dropping FAMASes. They still could. And they could have full buys across the board, but they're not going to be doing that. That's kind of weird. They've got something up their sleeve.
Potentially. They've got to get on the board here soon. First pistol, first gun, all lost right now on the CT side for LDLC. The great start. 5-7s. How do they elect to play in this round is the bigger question, because with the 3 rifles to support, it can be done. We know Cash is an execution-based map. You make a mistake, you can get punished very quickly.
But they're just going to bleed out the CTs once again. They'll wait so long, wait about 45 seconds, wait till the smokes are non-existent anymore, and then start showing a little bit of presence, bait out those flashbangs. And you can see Crystal now making his way towards middle. He's not going to have much opposition as he does spot a CT towards that box there on the highway, but CT manages to push away. Now finally looks like the CTs may be reacting here. This is what they need to be doing before. They're pushing into A storage with the flashbangs. Didn't spot anyone. At least it's indicative towards what may be going on. The T's now getting full control of middle once again. That's kind of fine. We can see Toynu is in the main storage, so at least he can lock that down by himself and they can focus their efforts towards middle here. You can see the CTs rotating from spawn now as well. But the bomb's creeping his way towards highway. It's such a difficult round. That's what they needed. Toynu with that real estate taking advantage.
Going to try and flash in, but the timing is off. Tabson's made his way up from that highway. And although Devil definitely wants to play inside the smoke, he's got to line them up. He does. Tabson, Tossin both hit the grave very, very quickly. That was the right play to make inside that smoke, but is it going to still be enough? Because it's Mike S left in a 1 versus 2, and although it does give LDLC the advantage on those refrags, they still don't have full control of this A site, and it's still a pistol in the hands of Body.
They spotted him as well. The AWP just seen him jump to the bomb site. Molotov drops on him, going to force him to face it. It's a 2-on-1 with no kits, so it's still a difficult round for the CTs here. First kill coming in for Mike S, but there it is. Body secures the round, and that's a big one for them to win as well, considering they didn't even force buy into that. That just goes to show, once you do run out of the grenades and the flashbangs and stuff, once Toynu got in that position where at least he had some sort of control of A storage, he had an early call for his teammates at least, he wasn't allowing the teasers to walk in. They found that first frag. Devil stepped up massively in the rotations. And finally, they get themselves in a decent economic position. You can see 6k across the board. So still a big round for them, still an important one. Could be a reset coming in. AWP for Crystal coming out once more. I don't think... Oh, the CTs do have one. They picked it up from last round, of course. So Toynu looking like he's going to be the AWPer here. That was the linchpin in the last round. Will he be able to step it this time? We'll be focusing towards mid.
Fuchs going to go ahead and drop out that early smoke, but it's going to be a push on the B. Watch it. They've got 3 on that side of the map. Very early pick from Devil, but Body gets traded. Looked like they initially, with that first pick, were going back to try and get a boost inside the vents. They now don't have that. Not only that, David P has managed to walk into the A site, take down Toynu at truck, and although Fuchs is at the top of highway, they have to concede the site. He's got to sit and wait for the rotations, and as we saw it from his screen, there is still one Terrace player lurking and lingering inside that mid position, which could play problems.
Yeah, that's going to be Mike S. He's going to make his way towards highway, and like he said, that makes the retake a lot more scary just because you have to turn your back towards it.
Fuchs seems to be ready for it. Tabson's going to get Fuchs regardless, though, and now it all starts to fall apart for LDLC, who just reset the money bonus, and that is gone. Just as simply as that.
Absolutely. 5-1 after winning that last round in the 1-on-1 situation. You can see the CTs don't really have much to work with here. LDLC went for the aggressive play at the start. Devil picking up that first frag. It was quickly rectified. And then the problem is, after you lose that first man, they lost vision to B storage. They assumed there'd be more men there. They just had everyone ready on the other side of the map to pile in once the rotation started coming in for the CTs. A very difficult retake there. Mike S with very good mid control as well, making sure highway wasn't a possibility. And came in for the flank and locked it down. CT is actually force buying into this fully map. I'm not sure I'm a fan of it, but they're going to be double eco anyway, so I guess just seeing what they can do with this round. Toynu with the M4A4. Devil actually picking up another opening frag there. Takes down Tarsin, someone who's been absolutely instrumental in all these rounds of Penta. So that's towards Squeaky Door. So big scalp to take. This is a risky move.
Ooh.
Hello, David?
Yeah, onto the flames against an AK. Thank you for the initial damage. Body shot sufficient.
Just
it's 2 kills for
let
Devil.
him have the AK. You've still got much bigger advantage going forward.
The moral of the story is don't mess with the Devil when you're standing in the flames.
True. That's quite good.
But now Mike S is going to try and evaluate what's going on at the B site. We do see it. 2 players awaiting his arrival. Math, the first. He's getting a little bit predictable, I have to say. He's played headshot every single round. Now that time, it works out to be distracting enough to allow Body to walk back in and get the initial kill. This is really turning out well. 5 versus 2 now, and Tabson and Crystal have absolutely 0 map control to work with. They're going to try and get the boost for Tabson to open up at least an opportunity. But even then, it's going to be limited. In fact, not only that, with the boost, they're going to take Crystal below into mid with bombs so they can work this together. They've already forced Fuchs back, but he's spotted them. He's got now some information, and they'll turtle in the sights.
Oh, this round should be LDLC's all day long. 30 seconds remaining. As you said, no real control of the map. There is going to be a CT waiting for them in checkers. That's Body. At this stage, though, they're going to struggle to even get anything out of this round. See what they decide to do that.
Good read, Tabson, though. Body still gets the kill. He knew after throwing at the Molotov there was no chance there was any other angle he had to worry about. And Devil closes it off, though, the man who started it. That was a good push to get things rolling. 3 kills for him, 2 now rounds for LDLC, and a big one to win on the eco because it brings the money back within range.
Money, money, baby.
Money, money, baby. I'd like
cash
some
money
game sounds. I
of all
can't really
maps.
hear the game right now.
I got a little bit of atmospheric sound effects in the background, but there we go. 5 plays 2 now in favour of Penta still. They are going to be force buying themselves into this round. They're trying to grind down that CT money as much as they can. It's going to be Crystal and David P on the Tech 9s. You'd assume it's normally an A execute in these kind of buy rounds. Try and get the smokes down. Send your Tech 9s in first through the smokes with flashbangs and use their run and gun potential. Let's see what they decide to do here. Spreading themselves out accordingly across the map so far. No one really committing. Same goes to the CTs. They have got Fook very up close and personal towards middle. Could set up a counter boost if he decided to do so. No all for the CTs right now. So this is another big round potentially for both teams as we enter the 1 minute 15 mark here.
Slow the pace. Crystal and David P. Get aggressive potentially with these Tech 9s.
It's bleeding out the CTs once more.
I mean, that seems to be the name of the game. They've only got 2 Molotovs left to play with to counter any push on the terror side, who've managed to save, like you say, not only that, 4 smokes to execute.
This is the thing. Looks like they'll be doing a full B execute here. Smoke towards upper, smoke towards lower. Potentially smoke or Molotov headshot box. Well, that's going to help though. Against the first frag.
It's playing very predictably in so many situations. Again, another very obvious spot. But how do they continue to make it work? He distracts this time. Thought he gets the kill again, and then he pops out and trades it. I mean, this is brilliant stuff. It actually works, even though it's, again, very predictable. But it's giving them another round. So 5-3 now for LDLC. And Penta have to be a little bit frustrated by that because they are checking the correct corners. They're just getting caught out in the act.
Well, the thing is, we talked about just before they executed there, Fook playing very up close and personal and towards that middle area. So they went for the wall of smokes towards middle. They come out, Fook finds those first 2 frags. That shuts the B split down completely. The other guys are running into B site. Then for that stage, you've got 2 players looking towards main. And score completely shut down. Fook for his first frag. And now then, that's going to be, what, 3 in a row for LDLC? Well, make it 2 in a row. I think they got shut down after that first round win, but there we go. We said a full eco coming in from Penta regardless. They're going to have Glocks, Desert Eagles, and a PT-50 and 1 flashbang, looking like they're favouring the A side of the map. Presumably wait for some smoke to diminish towards the main entrance there. Flash route, and just try and get the bomb down at all costs.
Oops, again, is going to play this toward middle. Fires a little bit of, I guess you call it pre-fire in that sense, toward the boost position. Tossin was up there, but managed to evade it. Slipped back down out of vision as well. So we'll see if that continues to be a point of contention or if it'll become overlooked as time continues to tick. A minute to go. Slower paced game, it has to be said, compared to our last one on Mirage. As Penta continue to try and play the clock in their favor. But Toyny this time, no smoke. They walk into it. He misses the shot. There's nothing to prohibit it. He misses 2 now. This is going to be a problem because suddenly they can push onto Devil at quad. He's got to come up big. First one successful. Second one as well. Bomb dropped. And although David P does push forward and take down Fuchs, Toyny, he needs to hit those shots. He doesn't get any of them, in fact. Body and Devil close it out. And a bit questionable that he misses everything with no smoke.
Well, it's not going to matter too much. They didn't get the bomb down. They only lost 1 frag, so just his dignity dented a little bit, I guess. But there we go.
Well, fortunate in the fact that it was an anti-eco. Again, if they had AKs walking in on this, it might have been different.
That's why it's not such a huge deal, but they don't get the bomb down. They went for the simple A take after the smoke went down. Flash in, see what you can do. Got 1 frag out of it. This is the round. This is one of the big ones. Penta coming in for round number 10 with the full AK by Crystal, not with the AWP this time. They have got full utility. Spreading out once again. There's a little bit of aggression coming in from Matt. He goes into main storage there, takes down Tapson. Doesn't get out straight away though. This could be difficult, but somehow picks up 2. That's kind of crazy.
I called him out for his predictability. That wasn't anything but.
Yeah.
And again, he makes it work. So you got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, that was a big
1 plus
ballsy.
1 does equal 2.
That's a ballsy play, right? You go for that refrag again, even though you have the man advantage. Had he lost that one, could have been pretty devastating, but he makes it work. 5-3 now, thanks to Matt. Is it math or math?
It's math. Well, it could be Mathieu, and then he just cut it off short. But in English, it's math.
We'll call it math.
So I'm going with math.
Okay.
Because then I can make 1 plus 1 jokes the whole time.
Math. Well, here we go. Then the last 3 remaining.
Was that your favorite subject in school?
No, I preferred.
We'll come back to that because they're executing. Smoke's going out. That covers off the top of highway. Tossin again walking in from Squeaky picks up at least 1 kill, so he's been very successful from that position on entry. We've seen it time and time again. It is traded this time, and furthering that still, Body trades against Mike S. Well, It's indirect. David P got the initial kill, but either way, it's 1 for 1. It leaves David P as the last alive, and he's only got 34 HP. Manages still to take down Body. It's 1 HP to go this time, and I'm not even remotely sure how he manages to stay alive there, because he peeked with no gun out and still nailed the shot. Finally, Fuchs puts him down, but that was desperately close.
Desperately close. Really nice couple of frags there to close out the round. That's come down to a 1-on-1, but not enough HP to close it. But 5-5, LDLC still fighting here. And they've broken the economy of PENTA once again. Seems like PENTA are favouring that A bomb site quite a lot. Not really doing a detailed execution, just getting in and forcing the situation, seeing what they can do there. LDLC now with the full buy with the AWP as well, holding it off pretty nicely. Round number 11. It's going to be quasi-buy for PENTA. That just basically means some upgraded pistols, a couple of bits of body armor, some smokes, a flashbang, so you can get the bomb down, potentially make something of it. Desert Eagles can be pretty deadly on this map, especially lots of long range, tight angles to face from boost, towards B storage for example, so let's see what they can do with this.
Sorry, Henry, I'm
It's
dying.
okay.
Death.
We're all dying, Matt.
From the moment of birth, we are all dying. We talked about philosophy earlier, Henry. Body's going to sit, trying to play the open angle this time from Checker. Cover out toward B main. No one so far in the vent, so he knows he can do that because Fuchs will let him know. Surely if he loses middle and suddenly he has to turn his attention elsewhere. We also saw that the switch position's in play. Math again is up close, so Body to distract, and Math will be there to go for the pop flash peek. Against pistols yet again. So PENTA, remember, they had the early start, the good early start, and LDLC's worked back into this game. And now are in potential to control it. Fuchs still waiting at mid again. PENTA just being so slow. And this is so frustrating to play against as well on the CT side because you have an inkling, you have an idea of what they're up to, but you can't overcommit because the second you do, that's when they capitalize. That's when your impatience comes back to haunt you. Now the wall of smoke's on mid. Body knows now he's going to have to potentially watch those vents, but here comes the switch bait play as Math takes down Crystal again, and Fuchs comes up even better than that. He jumps above mid. I'll use the smokes myself, thank you very much, and finds another kill inside the vents, and Math will close it out. A brilliant round from LDLC White.
Yep, pretty sloppy execute from PENTA. There's a massive gap in that smoke towards middle. You'd think those kind of smokes would be completely locked down with a team like this. Have some German efficiency chucked in there, but it's actually kind of lackluster and gave some easy frags there towards Math in middle. Actually, sorry, it was Fuchs who was boosted up there, but he's been a thorn in their side for those middle strats. Number 12 now. PENTA do have a full buy going on. Crystal back on the AWP, so you assume they maybe change up the mentality a little bit. Very slow pace so far. You can see 4 players committed to the A side of the map so far. Fuchs, though, the counter boost coming in. They're being creative now. They're mixing things up. This could actually work out really nicely, Matt. Here it comes. They're not going to be aware there's 3 players on the other side.
Oh, this works out well. Fuchs with 1 at least, and not only that, look where the bomb dropped. So Devil's going to get another kill on Tabson. He may have walked out and tried to counter that play, but sorry, guys. You need at least 2 alive to recover that bomb. So if you're going to get it now. And they're not quite together, at least yet. Crystal's already committed. And this is going to have to be a round that goes against them unless they find some miraculous picks. Mike does manage 1, but Body's there to trade on Crystal. And it's all down to Mike. Again, bombs on the boost. It's got to be killing all 3. The only way he can get back into this round. And you have to think about saving at this point as well because, again, their money's in shambles.
I'll have a look at it right now. Yeah, they've lost
Well, they
5
got
rounds.
the 5 rounds. Actually, they're going to be okay. They're going to hit, yeah, there you go, just to 44, but they're still tight.
They'll have enough for AKs, but it's no AWPs now. Crystal, to be fair, he's on 1 for 10, Matt. He's the AWPer right now, so it doesn't even matter they don't have the AWP. So he's been very ineffective indeed. So that's not actually a huge deal. But
to be fair, both ops have been fairly average because Toyne's been hopping on the other
1
side.
1 to 6. It's why the AWPers. Oh no, well Math. We'll go with Math.
Mathieu.
He's picked it up now as a double AWP setup. So Toyne has called in the reinforcements with the AWP. But Crystal, one of the players we expect to be kicking off, he's one of the poster boys of the team, and is having a very difficult here. 1 for 10 as we enter round number 13 here. So on the rounds they've been winning, he's had a little to no impact. Aggression coming in once again. Devil looking like he's pushing into the A storage here through the smoke. Going for the boost. Not going to be anyone there waiting for him. It's a full A execute coming in from PENTA. They haven't got the guns to work with. We're going to be trying to do smokes over the top. Devil, though, in a great position. Full spray down coming in. Gets 1. Makes it 2. Can he get any more from this? Actually going to be cleaning up completely there. Nice work from him. Gets the 3rd, but does eventually get locked down by Mike S.
I mean, they're taking advantage of these pistol situations, pushing time and time again. If you want to play slow PENTA, that's fine. But if you don't have guns, they're going to go ahead and take position. And the fact that Devil picks up 3 there is pretty incredible. Not only that, They were willing to sacrifice him. There wasn't anyone else waiting, all right, you go ahead and get the first 2 and spray, and then I'll pop in from A main. They just sat back and let him do the work. So
the thing, if you're going to do those kind of set executions like that, that's fine, but you do need to have control of A storage. Otherwise, horrific situations like that will go down. You don't really have time to check. Once it's so clear and it's been tannoyed that you're going towards the A bomb site, you don't really have time to check every single angle efficiently. So hard to watch, but obviously it was just a little bit of a force by there from PENTA. They still have enough to work with. Maximum loss bonus in full effect. If you're new to the game, every round you lose in a row, you get more and more money each time. It goes up to a massive combo of 5 when you get $3,400.
in some ways, I just want to throw this out there as well. It would be really nice to see LDLC have a very good tournament here this weekend, because in the French scene, every time we see a shuffle, it's the regurgitation of the same players, the circulation.
Sure.
I would like to see some of these guys get a chance, and maybe winning this, getting to an offline qualifier even, might be very good for, again, kind of the purpose of this tournament, this minor system of developing and promoting newer, younger players. And anyway, either way, back to the action. They did manage this time, PENTA, to pick up 2 kills early. Math goes down, so his aggression has finally come back to haunt him on those B tunnels. Body's still going to sit back, throws out smoke to at least buy time, but PENTA, they don't need to overcommit. They've got the 2-man advantage. Now they can execute like they've been trying to do time and time again.
Well, this is the thing. We saw Devil go down towards our mid area, and that's why we saw the retaliation coming in from Math. He wanted to rectify that situation, get a pick back there, pushed aggressively into the B tunnels. Could have landed a shot, to be honest. It was a bit of a sitter he missed, but it was the right idea. I liked it. Now going to be a 3-on-5. You can see Body towards that headshot position once again, looking like PENTA will be fully committing towards the B bomb site here. They still have smokes and Molotovs. Should be a clean and done deal for them, but stranger things have happened. Let's see how they handle it.
Body's the one that's at the generator this time. Again, Math's already gone in the round, but can they find the opening picks? Crystal's got another one. It's down to just Fuchs because they absolutely obliterate Body.
Yeah.
You could say they bodied him on the way into the
that's
site.
why he's the best. Using those kind of puns. That's slick.
Do we have a drum kit sound, PGL?
No, but we've probably got a long hook we can drag you off with.
All right, then. Jesus, the shepherd will come to get me with his long, whatever you call those shepherd stick things.
Yeah, so I was trying to think of the technical name for it.
Yeah.
It didn't really work.
No,
the long hook.
Because I'm going to need Jesus. Where are we going with this, Henry?
Don't know. Let's just move on. Fuchs now.
This is aggressive, actually, considering he's... Look, they've built up the bank quite considerably, but considering he's the last alive in a 1v5,
Well,
he just wants to knock guns down.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You can see this last round, next round anyway. It doesn't matter if he dies. Him doing this kind of damage, that's 2 players now who needs to be dropped. So, if anything, he just does a bit of damage to the economy. It takes away some of the grenades and full execution possibilities from the teaser. They will pick up an AWP. That's going to help out the situation, but to be honest, the 2 kills really only adds to his frag total in the end. Maybe denies a Desert Eagle or 2. But that's about it. We enter the 15th round now. And after a shaky start, going 5-1 down, I think it was. Yeah, there it is. LDLC have come back in pretty impeccable style here. And now they have the full buy once again. Not going to be double ups out of this time. Toinu, the guy who's been struggling on 2 for 7. He'll be back to warping at the quad area. 3 players. CTs towards mid-ors. Just as that pick comes on our screen. No one landing any damage just yet.
Crystal tries to show off some movement mechanics. Get fancy. But watch out. We saw it. Devil came in late. They flashed it and Crystal gets caught out. Again, the AWP is going to go down. It's another man advantage for LDLC to work with. So a 9-6 half is workable for both sides. But if LDLC pick the pistol, it might be enough for them to carry them over the edge. Now, it's only a 1-man advantage. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves in this round. But watch this play from Fuchs, because again, they go for this boost. David tossing in the line of fire. But will they check it? He definitely heard at least 1 jumping up. Does he catch out for 2? Misses the first shots, does land, and eventually, and the second player drops to the cubby. David goes down. And suddenly, Fuchs gives them now a 3-man advantage. It's all to play for. Tamsin needs to come up big. He's got bomb at least to work with. But his teammates already perished inside B, and I'm afraid his fate is not much better.
Yeah, this is just for fun now. If you can get a couple of frags, that would be something. But he does get shut down by Math in the end. And like I said, after 5-1 deficit, then coming back and winning the half, 9-6 is pretty impressive. Great mid-control there. Devil stepping out massively. Math, after a difficult start to the game, was great as well. Toinu didn't really have to do too much. Finishes on 2 for 7. Looking at the scoreboard right now, you can see that it's pretty impressive they managed to win the half of a player that far removed from the server. But there we go. Devil. I'm sure you can come up with puns with him all day long. That's a great name for you to work with. You can do sort of biblical stuff. You can do
Henry.
satanic stuff.
Henry.
What?
Sometimes I like to let you do puns.
I'm not good at them. My brain doesn't work like that. I don't sit at home writing this stuff out ready for the day.
I
have
can't
devil
be
on
the
this level.
devil's advocate every time.
There we go. Just setting himself up. I wasn't even aware. But there we go.
It's just one of those things I do.
Well, we
Set
go.
myself up on dates sometimes too.
Yeah, I've noticed. I somehow have to come with you.
I know. And that's usually because you're my date. See? Set myself up again.
Second half now. Looking at the buy for LDLC, they'll be on the T side, of course. 4 sets of armor. Devil is the utility player, looking like they're favoring towards the A-bomb site. Math is holding towards the B storage area, potentially the decoy as he makes his rotation off. Now comes a full execute onto the A site.
Well, Tossin's going to use that smoke to his advantage. He's definitely heard them on all sides. He's trying to dance around and stay alive. He's actually been quite successful. They've given the bomb plant up already, but now Tossin shows his face. He's got to go back. His teammates joining from truck, and still they haven't walked in, and when he does, he just kind of stands in front of Toinu, so that was easy enough. But Crystal and David do get the response kills. It's Math and Toinu immediately dropping. Still have to clear out this quad position, and Body does great work. It's going to be followed up by Fuchs taking down Crystal, and it's up to Mike S. against 3 players on the other side.
No kit either. No chance here, really. The bomb's ticking away far too fast. Body finishes him off and seals the deal there for LDLC. So a nice simple play there, just holding up, showing some presence towards the B storage. Threw a decoy in, got spotted as well, potentially kept a couple of guys there for too long, and the fast A approach came in. We saw Crystal coming up the scoreboard now, picking up a couple of frags for himself. But LDLC do take the round, and you can see there is a force spy coming in from the CTs this time. Into round number 2, they're going to have CZs, Desert Eagles, and Crystal. He won't be force buying armor, he's going to be the upper, obviously. Even though he's had a pretty quiet game so far. 3 SMGs from LDLC, so this could be a difficult round. The good news is they haven't bought head armor, so I guess they have got that going for them with those lesser weapons. 3-man stack from the CTs right now. We need to report yet as in any progress made by the Ts. Well, that's going to help though for the CT campaign. Lovely shot with the Desert Eagle from Tarsin.
Yeah, that definitely is a good opening pick for them to grab as LDLC White again have it all to play for. Taking control after that second half pistol. Toinu is going to now try and execute late after the smokes rain from A. They had control of A main. You touched on that in the first half, and they execute correctly. Toinu with 1. Make it a double as Crystal goes down. It looked like Devil was going to find that kill, but eventually he will get Tabson. And I don't know the relation, but Tossin, the other Tabson, is going to come back over toward A this time.
Maybe there's no relation.
There's probably not, Henry, but sometimes it's nice to build a storyline. It's kind of our jobs as casters.
Or crowbar one in sometimes.
I mean,
whatever floats your boat.
Wouldn't be the first time a crowbar was used in my life.
Don't even know what you're alluding to with that, but
Me neither.
criminal damage,
Potentially.
attacks.
I did say I set myself up on dates.
Yeah. Oh god, let's not go there.
Fuchs
Let's
going to
not
wait to try and escape late, but as we see it, Mike S wants exit kills. He spotted Fuchs with his back turned. If he can get the kill fast enough, he can grab the AK and potentially run away. The problem is he's going to run exactly into the positions that the terrorists are, so just sit and hide. Don't peek, don't face, and you've got yourself an AK at least to work with in the next round on the CT side. And they've managed to save the Deagle and a CZ as well, so not a bad situation to be in.
Well, it's not great still. They've got 1 AK, and it's tempting now for the other guys to invest into this round a little bit more, which is sometimes can be detrimental. There's a shot from Tarsin we missed on the first time round. It wasn't as impressive, I guess. If you just shoot randomly through a smoke and get a kill, you can't really put that down to skill, but there we go. LDLC White, definitely the driving seat here. We enter round number 18. Looking like they're going for a faster round here. Nades towards the highway box. Normally do a decent amount of damage. Tabson goes down to 71 HP there. And Armor player is obviously getting wrecked by grenades, but not too damaging this time. Full control of mid for LDLC. And now they can just bide their time. They don't really need to do too much here. Mike S with the AK-47 will be pushing in towards that smoke, boosting himself up. A very viable boost. That's kind of like a one-way smoke. Utility's struggling to see him now on the first pick. It's until he starts shooting, that's when his position's given away. And now then, they know where the AK is at least. I'd be calling to go towards the B split right away, Matt, if I was on the terrorist side right now.
Well, David P is going to sit, wait, hold on with this CZ as
Ooh.
LDLC tries to walk in. David gets that close angle pick, but it's immediately traded, and that is pretty much all LDLC has to do in this position is just take over the map control slowly, but what a shot from Tossin. Down goes Body, and this allows Crystal, okay, he's a little bit jumpy because he puts some team damage into Crystal, but it allows the rotation quicker. But Math is going to hold on. Another 3 kills for him, and he's been impressive, I have to say. throughout the entirety of this game. Bomb now going to be planted, and Mike S, having picked up that AK in the round prior, is just going to sit and look for exits potentially again.
Well, might as well try and do something of this. Interesting fact here, Matt.
What's the fact?
Toinu is actually called Toinu.
Toinu?
Toinu, which makes
Toinu en
sense.
français, oui, oui.
That kind of makes sense.
Do you think there's something politically incorrect about Team LDLC white? Like, why didn't they go blue and red? We all know French and white, the reference there.
Well, you've got white in the middle of the French flag as well.
Yeah, they have flags that are entirely white in France, too.
Yeah. Oh, God, hold on. We're missing a little...
Apparently, Mike
what?
S is going to get all three here. He doesn't have time to get the bomb, but that's another save for Mike. So now they're going to force a rebuy in the first gun round. And that means if they win the first gun round, they could force a break immediately on LDLC. So Penta might have just done themselves some really good work for the long game here. Crystal goes straight to the op as well.
Yeah, Mike S doing some damage there. 3-man spray down. Here's the entries onto the bomb site on your screen right now. We're into round number 19. 12-6 in favor of LDLC. Big round for either team. I would say AWP has been brought for Crystal, as you said. LDLC will be opting for their 5-rifle setup here. Have got smoke grenades and Molotov still, even after the full rebuy. Let's see where Crystal will be heading. He's towards the B storage right now. Not going too aggressive, just going to be facing through his own little one-way smoke there. That can look towards the toxic area. Hoping some prey walks in his crosshair. Looks like the T-Zo, will be going towards the A bomb site here. Bomb committed towards Squeaky Door. Mike S waiting on the other side. This could get really messy for him as he tries to push in.
Devil wins that duel, though, regardless, considering the counter push. But it's Penta to follow it up. Tabson and Tossin each with one of their own. Leaves Devil, Toinu, and Fuchs as the last three remaining. And Toinu's actually going to work back toward his T-spawn, give up entirely on that squeaky position. But the bomb's trying to enter on B. Crystal's aware of it. Crystal takes down Fuchs, and he's going to relocate that Dragon Lord to the back of the site in a much safer position as well.
That's all he had to do, is find that first frag. Shut them down, scare them off, and you can see them being funneled towards the mid area now. Still have time to play with here, and 2 smokes and flashbangs. So, CT's definitely not out of the woods yet, but there's the attention now of the CT's granted towards middle, just because he didn't land that initial headshot. So, definitely lowers their percentage chance of winning this round.
And what's the call going to be from LDLC White? Because again, we mentioned that they could be broken economically in this first round, having gotten the force from the being forced to rebuy entirely. My guess again
fully be broken after this.
Was good work.
So let's see what they can do here. They'll be opting to go for the vents here. Crystal going to be tested again, but he lives up to it as he does take down Toinu, and just going to be Devil remaining as he does lock down Tabson. But it's just going to be trivial at this stage, I would say. They're aware of his position. 10 seconds remaining. He just wants to make sure he stays alive at this point or dies before the timer runs out. You can see himself just trying to commit suicide here, pretty much. You can see the CTs, they don't want to kill him. They want to make sure he goes down after the timer. There it is. They do it. Devil now left. He did get 3 kills, so he comes up with $900, but that's exactly what they wanted. People were watching who were just like, why are you not killing him?
That's 2 straight rounds that they've done very good economic work in from Penta's side.
So, yeah, Devil in a horrible situation there. And very smartly played from Penta. So bouncing back here as we go into round number 20. So Mike S, they tried to go into Squeaky Door. He got flashed in by his teammates. I don't think he expected to see 3 players there, but it was decent intel regardless. The fact he died and they found out where 3 players were and got the kills back, that's more than enough. So changing up the AWP roles here, looking like Mike S is now being granted that role. And it's actually going to be Tarsin who gets the first 2 frags there. B rush coming in now. They've kind of given up. Tarsin and Mike S with very easy frags indeed. Not a single terrorist kill to report there at all. So,
and remember, we didn't see it in the first game because there wasn't really much of a need for it. There wasn't a huge shift in momentum. Potentially, if Cringe God's gotten a few more rounds, there might have been, but a pause is something that LDLC White might have to look to do here. And I would do it before they give up the lead rather than if they give up the lead.
I would say that's fair. I'd say maybe next round.
When they go on to the first gun.
Slow it down a little bit and just work out how you're going to approach that next big gun round. So it looks like this time they'll be going for Tech 9s and PT50s. Have got some smoke grenades and Molotovs as well. Going to be favouring towards the B side of the map here as well. So this could work out. Decent smoke, take away vision there, but it's just more and more damage through the smoke from Tarsin. He did it with the Deagle first, and now he's getting it with the HE. Should be able to clear up here, actually.
Oh, he's so blind, though. Fuchs eventually puts him down, but he did such good damage.
Yeah. Well, the bomb should be planted for the terrorists at least, so they go into the next round with a decent amount of cash as they retake coming in. You see the Molotov's going to be deployed onto the bomb side from the CTs. Still not a done deal for them yet. They haven't managed to pick up a rifle.
David's just waiting for the right time to throw that molly, and now he eventually will. It doesn't quite land exactly where the player on the platform is playing. Regardless, David wants in. He's going to go down already from heaven. They've knocked Fuchs out of the picture. He's gone. Nice Molotov through Toxic, though. That keeps them off the bomb, buying more crucial time. And Twanu's going to get another kill on Tabson. They're forcing the issue. Crystal stuck in the site. They've got it down to just the one player remaining. It is David P, and he baits out the first one accurately. And remember, he's got the kit, so he's got time to play with, but it's an overcommitment. Twanu goes down. No, it's not. Not enough time. And thankfully, LDLC will walk away with it. Now, again, keep in mind, they've just reset a 3-round loss, and they lost everybody. So although they've got good money here, it still keeps things tight on both sides.
That Molotov, though.
That's very clever.
It's one of those ones we talk about in train a lot when we're on the upper bomb site. Obviously, you have the Molotov that lands on top of the bomb, and that can like win you rounds. We very rarely see it on cash like that. I've seen it before, but never in such an important situation. Obviously, he knew exactly where the bomb was. It's a setup they've got on that kind of take, so that's actually kind of cool. It wasted like 8 seconds. The CTs weren't even able to touch the bomb. They're trying to find frags, force the situation a little bit more. Couldn't just sit around and wait. But as I'm explaining that, we're going straight into the next round. Crystal picking up the first frag, taking down Fuchs there. They're on round number 22. Big round for either teams in terms of the money. Tabson answers back though. With the second frag for Penta. It seems like they're just going absolutely ham here. As it is a 5-on-2 now. Just Twanu and Body remaining after such a successful force buy, or maybe even quasi buy in that last round. They are being punished this time. Crystal picking up that first kill. Moves towards quad. And now the guys with no bomb need to make something happen. They've got ample time though.
Yeah, that's the big crucial factor in all of this. So Penta with a chance to reset the economy yet again.
Yes, indeed.
Body did do early damage. Another player at quad. He's also spotted up. Tabson goes for the wide peak. Doesn't anticipate that Tabson hadn't gone in behind the cover of the forklift entirely, and suddenly leaves himself in the open, and Tabson's going to close it just like that. 13-9 money reset, and LDLC White are going to have to force themselves to get these last 3 rounds, it seems.
No pause coming in yet, as we discussed before. Obviously, all the top teams these days, you think of the likes of Navi and Fnatic, will take those pauses when they lose a few rounds in a row and make magical things happen somehow. I'm not really sure what the psychology is behind it these days, but it does seem to ramp up teams and their morale a little bit. Round number 23 now. Nothing really to report for LDLC. You have P250s, a Tech 9, a Desert Eagle, and no utility whatsoever, so not even a flashbang, not a sausage. All they really can do, I'll tell you what they will be doing, just boosting up towards middle, not showing themselves, get 3 players up there and just burst. And hope they can make something happen now. Have been spotted. CTs are more than willing to let them have mid control here, and it's going to be an ace split coming in.
Crystal missing at another shot, but doesn't on the second attempt. He's managed to take down Body, and he knows there's at least one more on that highway position. It's not the only problem they have to contend with, though, is Tabson will take down Twanu, and it's going to be Devil 1-on-2, 10 HP to go, and spotted up already. Tossing gets the kill. We're into double digits both side. Remember, this is best of 1 in the initial portion of the group. Not only that, the elimination match at the very bottom of this is also a best of 1, so
yes, that's right.
It doesn't get easy.
The loser of this game goes on to play CG, who got taken down by eFrag earlier today. And like I said, you could actually potentially just play 2 maps at this tournament and be out of it. It's quite brutal, but if you want to be the best here, start winning these best of 1s. So round number 24 now. LDLC are in a little bit of a precarious situation. They've decided to force buy here. I'm not sure it was necessarily required as of yet, but 3 AK-47s, Math and Twanu on Tech 9s. They have got 3 smokes remaining, but Crystal once again getting that first frag to open it up. It's actually a pretty sloppy execution from the French side here. Going to be a 5-on-2 and very, very easy frags there for Penta. It didn't really look like they came under a sweat at all. And that's what I'm talking about with that questionable force buy. It's actually just put them in a real horrible situation, just forced to do those really lackluster pushes into bomb sites.
Yeah, LDLC, again, they 9-6, they win first pistol. Everything seems swimmingly, and then suddenly they get that economy broken. Again, this all goes back. How quickly this game turn goes back to Mike S. just being able to knock down those 3 players and keep the AK. It resets the economy on the first gun. Makes the job so much easier for Penta to shift the momentum. And LDLC White is going to have to be fighting to get back into this game now entirely.
Oh yeah, they're going to be full eco this round pretty much. Once again, just some upgraded pistols. Nothing to report in terms of armor or grenades. So all they can really do, let's hope the surprise factor is working in their favour. That helps though. Body taking on Tabson. I'm not really sure how that went down.
Watch David, though, in mid. Because he's got people quickly approaching that position. They haven't yet gone for a boost strategy, but they are leading off to it now. In fact, here it comes. So David with just an AK. And already a down a man on Penta's side is going to have to come up large here. Body, this is clever because Tossin is going to get flashed in potentially. We're going to switch back over and watch David, but that leaves Body in a great position. Tossin had absolutely no idea. David, very crucially, though, will win the first exchange in middle. Watch the second one as Math can't land the shot, and that brings it back to 3-on-3. So very good work by David to at least hold on to that mid presence. But Mike left B a little bit early, and that means he's got to have to give up the site. Tries to use the Molotov to catch off the bomb planter, but LDLC, they'll take positions regardless. And as soon as that bomb plant comes down, the post-plant positions will already be established. And it'll be up to Toinu to just try and bait and switch on top of that bomb site, keep it alive on the platform, and help his teammates by the time. And Crystal another step further, and Fuchs could have been in a world of trouble. He thinks he's toward Checker. He doesn't realize he's below heaven. But who gets impatient first? Now he will. The flash comes in. Crystal with the great shot, and Mike S is taken down. Toinu, it's all left to just Body, 1 versus 3. And there is so much time still on that clock that Mike wins the duel, and it will be a defuse for Penta.
Really nice, calm retake there from Penta. You can see them up against the ropes a little bit there. All game down to Crystal. Had a really, really quiet first half there, but it seems to be coming to life now. 14 frags. After he finished the first half with 2, I think. So definitely having a much better result here on the CT side. The retake meant everything to them after Body found those first 2 frags. It was actually a pretty weird play from the CTs. They pushed one player into A storage. He got taken down. And then they tried to flash someone else in who didn't even check the position his teammate got taken down from. So 5-on-3. Gifted back towards Penta there on a decent retake. So round number 26. Scoreline currently 13-12 in favor of LDLC, but that lead has slipped away massively here. Jump boost coming in. CT's changing the mentality a little bit.
Yeah, that nade's not going to land that anyone just yet again, though. David's going to be holding on to his solo mid, so they're doing a 2-1-2 split defensively.
I guess now he's going to be the AWP player. Crystal's chain draws up.
Yeah, this is a little bit different. We haven't seen Crystal boosted up in this position yet, so he's going to try and just sit, wait. But again, a little bit of mid presence. Molotov off the vents, make sure anyone playing inside force back in B, and that'll strengthen their approach and hopefully single out David. But he's going to fall back as well. So they're going to turtle up on the defense, give up map control, and this is LDLC's chance. They've really got to open up this round again because their economy is still in a world of trouble. And it's going to be 13-13, and they're, again, on T-side Cash, making things a little bit more difficult. And Mike, there it is, finds the first shot at least. Again, still under pressure. Great second shot. Bombs drop third as well. Mike S showing up when he has to for Penta, and Tossin closes it out, but those were 4 brilliant frags.
We talked about him before the game, and that's exactly why. Really nice, calm play from him. They didn't panic for a second, had so many targets on the screen. Made sure he got the job done, and that's a big message being sent out to LDLC there. Scoreline is tied up at 13-13. Here's the replay on the screen right now. We can see every single kill coming in. That's the bomb. Great indicator as to where the teammates are going. And he keeps peeking and doesn't miss a single shot here. That's such nice play from him. His teammate, Tarsin, finishes it off, but I think that was the right call. So, round number 27. I think the loss bonus now going in full favor of Team LDLC. They'll be getting $3,400 each, so pretty much can buy up every single round. And Toinu now taking out David, and finally they have some footing into this one.
Austin's going to use that smoke to his advantage. Mike S has been the player of the half, certainly for Penta.
Yeah, definitely. 23 frags, 12 deaths. Stepping up here.
Very crucial kills as well. Well, not all, but a lot of impact kills.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Tarsin getting a little bit aggressive towards B storage there, but looking at the T's are favouring towards mid once again. Going to be potentially setting up for a B split here, maybe an A split considering where the bomb is right now.
Tarsin needs to be a little bit careful now because without David, he's getting aggressive in B to try and get information, which is understandable, but he nearly was caught out by a push through the vents from Team LDLC, which would have spelled disaster. Meanwhile, the bomb's actually leading off the ward. Squeaky. Tabson knows now the door's open, but Mike's again going to get the kill. And they're going to follow that up. Crystal's got one on Body, and Mike's got 2 more. One through the flames on Math, and, well, give him another because he's taking out Toinu. Everyone that walked out the doorway was taken out by Mike S, so that's another 4K for him. And now 2 rounds to go for Penta. LDLC White, I have to say, had a great CT half, but they're struggling tremendously right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the pause coming in finally for LDLC. Yeah, like you said, great first half there, winning 9-6. On their CT half, looking like they'd rectified their earlier mistakes. They were 5-1 down, if you remember. Feels like a lifetime ago now, but that was the situation. Now looking at their money, it's going to average out at what, about $3,600 So definitely, and this is such a horrible situation now, Matt. You're on potentially looking on the barrel of map point. It's a best of one. You've got nothing really to buy with. You either go with Galils and a couple of AKs, or you go full Tech 9s with the utility. I'm not really sure what the call is here. Like, their executions haven't been too great. The pick game hasn't been strong. The only real shine of light they've had on the second half is they won the pistol and they got the subsequent 2 rounds after that. That was about it. So round number 28 now. The chips are down. What would your call be in this situation? Where would you go? Do you go for glory right now? Full buy?
Go for overtime.
Go for overtime. So what
They
you
haven't been securing enough picks at all to think that with pistols they're going to suddenly hit their shots. I mean, unless they do something completely out of the blue, rush non-stop, super fast play, and just try and take over a bomb site. But I mean, the style that they've been playing and the lack of winning duels right now, I'd play for overtime.
I think that's fair. Like, obviously you could go full Tech 9, full utility, try and do a decent A execute, or you go Galils and a couple of AKs, and you have one of the lackluster executes we've seen before, and the CTs can completely clean up here. So Penta definitely in the driving seat here after coming back. Looking like the teams are ready now. And this is what we talk about as well. The CTs have a chance for this pause as well, man. They're going to know some adaptations coming in here, a change in mentality for the terrorists. If I was with Penta right now, I'd be saying, let's go in. We know their money's bad. Let's send 3 people to B store. Let's push in hard. Let's try and go for that first pick and fall back. They're not going to be rushing us. They're going to be trying to think of a real tactical way to attack us. Let's just get in their faces. Let's try and make something happen and lock down whatever plan they had. That's what a young Henry G would be calling right now.
A young Henry G.
Yeah, not this old withered one.
Withered is a good word.
Look at this. 3 players towards B. Have I just called it perfectly?
You seem to have an inkling toward these situations. It's almost like they're cheating. Yeah. But anyway, David P now. They get aggressive. Use that smoke to his advantage. Has the M4. And they're going to push all the way. They want to take this fight directly to LDLC. So you can have your timeout. You can change things up. But we know you're still with pistols. And they're going to take the fight. Not only that, they're smart about it. They're going to fall back immediately. And now they've established at least the man advantage. Quick push, though, onto the A site. Twanu's managed to get down Mike S. Watch the second shot. Body wins against tossing behind the forklift. And David P., he's going to try and nade in just for the sake of damage, but the bomb is going to be planted in the favor of the French. As Crystal, through the box, does hit up Twanu, and his second shot nearly takes him down. He still doesn't have the angle lined up. A third shot will eventually. And just like that, they're finding the kills required. Bombs planted wide, so they know they have to be playing at A main. Hence the smoke coming out from David P. And he can just sit with the M4. They got to run through that eventually, and it's a crossfire set. Surely Penta's done enough to secure this round.
Surely. 2, 1, diffuses in. So there we go. That's Penta's reply straight away. They knew something tactical was coming in. Pushing to B storage, I have to say it's a little bit obvious. Like, I'd be ready for that setup, especially when you take a timeout like that. But
well, they did play for the overtime buy, so here comes the guns.
Yeah, so they've got 2 now required. The pressure is on. And the heat has been turned up. 2 rounds to survive. LDLC Whites looking like they're going to be playing CG next, but still not over.
Twanu, by the way, Twanu is sitting at about 10 frags. With the op. Yeah, he needs to step up right now. Yeah, okay, so it hasn't even hit the double-digit mark yet.
After 29 rounds, yeah, that's kind of poor. Crystal, though, after finishing the first half on 2 frags, he's on 16. He's climbing his way up the ranks. Why not even finish on the bottom frag here? So he stepped up, and Twanu has been kind of disappointing. Here we go then. Round number 29. Full buy coming in from LDLC. As we mentioned, they have gone for the draw. They want that overtime. Let's see what they can do with it. Not committing right just yet. They're waiting for any aggression coming from the CTs. This time they're a little bit more set up for it. Math towards the toxic area, looking for any pushes from the CTs. Not going to be gifted anything just yet, though, as the time ticks away.
Well, time ticking away has been a storyline throughout this game. Again, the first half was very slow and drawn out. Penta trying to execute, bait out those utilities. Either way, it was, again, LDLC White that led at halftime, but fortune favors the other side right now as Penta 1 round away. Could that be it right now? David P. jumping back on the box, sprays through, and actually does take down Fook. Problem is that's bomb, and I think he sees it. I think that got flung forward of the smoke as we switch over to Tabson, who's pushed up inside A main, so more map control given away. Twanu, great shot up close, it has to be said, with the AWP finally landing one, but it's just the start as he goes down to 4 HP. And they still need to find one more kill just to equalize the situation, and that's not going to happen easily. David's gone back up the highway toward the A site. Tossin's taking down Body, and it's Twanu with just the 4 HP. GG's already called in the chat. Surely all said and done. Penta will move forward. They'll play E-Frag in the upper, and it'll be the French team that goes against Cringe